I'm not Mitch Connor. And now we got an ISIS child doing a beheading for the first time. Now, I believe it was the original ISIS in Imaginationland video, which will be on the list in the description. I showed the fakeness of the kid shooting the Mossad spy in the head and all the CGI screw-ups that they had. Okay, this kid's so scary. Of course, it's on the Daily Mail. They almost always cover him. There's some photos of it. I'm not going to show the video, but I'll leave a link for zerocensorship.com, which still has the video because Shubat.com and Best Gore doesn't have it. BareNakedIslam.com, the video they had was removed, but it's from some other site. I got it downloaded, and I'll probably break it down here in the near future and add it to the list because that's the way I kind of have to do it. I'm still on this one. Like, I want to do this one, but there's like two others that came after it that I'm still trying to find time to do. But I'm also looking into this Charleston shooting, which I'm not sure is a hoax, and I'm gonna get on that at the end of this video. But for this one, the crowd seems that it's really in there, but the shooting is fake. Okay, I've analyzed it to that point, but I haven't actually laid it down in the video with like frame by frame and all that like I like to do. And you won't see any exit wounds in their heads. There'll be a little bit of weird red stuff in the air that is not blood there. On one of these guys' faces, after they're lying down, there will be a weird thing on his face that like disappears, and then in a second shot of him. And then they explode this Syrian prison, Bashar al-Assad's prison, and it looks fake. I went through it frame by frame, and there are like fragments of things flying up in the air, some of which disappear in weird ways, and some of which there's a couple of spots where they stay still while other stuff is moving, which is just completely impossible if it's actually real. And there's no fire to it. They did a good job with some of the trees around the explosion moving, but that's what I've found so far. Yeah, that was the search I did. This is the Zero Censorship site. Also, there's this 3 French arrested in IS-inspired plan to attack base. 3 young men plotted an attack on a French military base after receiving orders from an Islamic State contact group in Syria to strike in France, prosecutors said Friday. Now, you go down a little more, and there's a slight contradiction to that. The accounts investigators say that they gave underscore the role. What the bad grammar? Say they gave underscore the role of the Islamic State organization's savvy social media machine in recruiting Western youth. All three had high school diplomas and quickly radicalized watching grisly ISIS group videos, the prosecutor's office said, or IS group videos. Do they mean the fake ones? Just check the list in the description if you don't believe me. They use CGI. Anyway, the men arrested Monday went before an investigative judge Friday. The prosecutor's office opened an investigation June 23rd on suspicion they were preparing terrorist acts to harm people. More than 2,500 potentially radicalized youth have been flagged in France, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, a bunch of people are going to Syria, too, blah, blah, blah. The prosecutor's statement said the 3 men told investigators they planned... Wait, did they just... No, they didn't change it. Okay. It keeps refreshing, so I'm sorry. The prosecutor's statement said the 3 men told investigators they planned a late December and early January attack on the Mediterranean military post Fort Bear, where Debril A., 23, former Marine, once worked. The others, Ishmael K. and Antoine F., said the plan was to decapitate the base chief, which Debril A. denied. Debril A. told investigators he felt he was on a mission. He was on a mission for the Islamic State group and wanted to answer the order to attack a site in France, the statement said. He left the Marines after 2014, after less than a year for failure to adapt to military life. Now, he said he felt, But up here, they say that they received orders. Okay, now there's been propaganda videos, ISIS propaganda videos, calling for attacks, in the U.S. and Europe, yada yada. Okay. But he said he felt he was on a mission for the Islamic State, not that he was a part of it, that he was working for them. I wanted to answer the order. Now, in answering the order, like I just said, it's propaganda videos calling for attacks. So it's kind of a contradiction there, okay? Like, okay, let's say it's somebody who had seen these videos, and seen the propaganda and somehow didn't realize that they're actually fake because they're stupid, and they felt, oh yes, I agree with the Islamic State on this and blah blah blah, so I'm going to help them. But they're not a part of the Islamic State. They're not under orders. They're not receiving orders. Okay, they're just watching these videos and being like, oh, I want to help out. I really doubt that's the case anyways. I mean, come on, Charlie Hebdo is completely fake. I proved that. See Ronald You Lose part 1 and 2 on my channel. And it's spelled L-U-Z for lose, because his name's Louisier, also known as Lose, his nickname. Anyway. Oh, yeah. The three who met online communicated through an encrypted program. So how do you know? I mean, yeah, Ishmael K. raised suspicions. The three intended to travel to Syria, but he raised suspicions and was questioned in October. They don't say how he raised suspicions. What, through the encrypted program? I doubt it. Here's, I found this from Edifying Others this morning. Who found it through this Russell Myers guy. Just search these terms for the video. I mean, the dude shot it on his cell phone. It doesn't come through as clear as one would like here. But I downloaded it. I couldn't find this report on CNN in particular. I don't know, maybe Wolf Blitzer has a channel or something, but look at the body there. That's supposedly... I don't know that they actually say it's the body of the shooter, but I agree with Edifying Others. That body looks particularly flat. One of the videos, if you search for the terms that I just showed you, to find the original video, which this is the other version of it. It's called something else, like that it was a hoax or something. That there's two bodies. This other thing slightly to the right is supposedly another body. I don't know. But, yeah, stupid compression. Something don't look right about that to me. Otherwise, as far as the Charleston shooting, I'm just still digging through it. I mean, there's a lot to it. I got a whole. This is all just the start of the articles that I've saved, and I still haven't read his blog, but I've just been going through a bunch of stuff tonight. So, yeah, listening to conservative talk radio today, the running narrative seems to be that basically the media, the left-wing media, and the agencies, FBI and such, are a bunch of vaginas, and they, are afraid to just call them a terrorist and blah blah blah. Okay.
There is no.
Wow. Oops. Sorry, I was trying to just collect my thoughts. While they're all saying, this is terrorism and all that. Couldn't find it. I don't know. I did a search for a drill and I couldn't find it. I was wondering, on Red Silver J's video finding Dylan Roof, this guy right here. There was it's Stefan Molyneux. I bet he says a bunch of dumbass shit there. There was an active shooting drill going on with that. Didn't find Chattanooga in there, so yeah, I went back to it. I had a suspicion. There's also a growing narrative, particularly on the Michael Savage show, that there's this there's potential that many people high up, and from Obama to heads of agencies, are Muslims. you know, which, if you don't know what I know, seems like a plausible possibility. If you're just listening to the mainstream news, it really seems like a plausible possibility. Like, oh, they're letting ISIS get away with all this stuff. They're really not doing stuff to, they're not putting troops on the ground, all this crap. All right. Yeah, true. But what's going on with the Islamic State over there is to destabilize Syria first and foremost. That's the main point. There's one other little thing I want to bring up here. And, edifying others is just now covering it. I just noticed, 37 minutes ago here. And this staged ISIS execution video purportedly found on McCain's friend, it's not his friend, it was his staff, one of his staff, their phone. And it was leaked by hackers. And sorry to say, and I usually rip on Metabunk, but as far as comparing it to the James Foley beheading, they're right. There's pretty much no way it's the James Foley beheading, and the mannerisms are off for Jihadi John so far in the videos. I haven't compared it to the other early videos like Sotloff and Alan Henning and shit, but I don't know that it's valid. I don't know, it came from a Russian group. I don't know if that means anything. I can't say it's completely bunk, but the Russian hacker group, I forget the name of it offhand. It still doesn't mean it's not legitimate or not, I wouldn't say it's completely debunked other than just I don't think it's James Foley. Hell, could have been another fake beheading that they just never publicized. All the rest of them are fake, so. Or it could be one other thing. It could be put out there to be shown as a fake so that people are more likely to believe it because the word's getting around that these execution videos, these ISIS execution videos are fake. And thus undermining the idea that these execution videos are fake. Maybe it's going to lead to something along the lines of, Russia's trying to get you to think that the ISIS videos are fake when they're really not, even though they really are in reality. Once again, see the list in the description. But these are all just speculations about this particular video and nothing more. I don't know for a fact what the deal is with it. I just want to make that clear. But these are my thoughts on that, so I'll have a nice day. Okay, one last important thing though I need to add is that in the video that I covered in ISIS and Imagination Land Part 5, the ISIS bunch is what I called it. So you can see here, the ISIS bunch. It's a rather long video. It's linked in the description. Oops. The guys that were killing the ISIS soldiers, Army of Islam, Jaish of Islam or whatever, they were saying that ISIS had never fought Syrian soldiers. Yet this comes out and he is seen fake executing a Syrian army officer. When he does it, by the way, no blood drops to the ground as he's supposedly slicing it. You can see the angle right there, for Christ's sake. He's not got the sharp part against his neck. So, just so you notice that contradiction, okay? As usual, they can't keep their story straight.